Welcome to the Career Whisperer. I'm Andrea Kaye, career consultant and author of the book, Life's a Bitch, and Then You Change Careers. And guess what? I have a new book. It just came out this month. It's called Work's a Bitch, and Then You Make It Work. 6 Steps to Go from Pissed Off to Powerful. Now, one of the things you may be pissed off about is the fact that you took a job at a company. You thought, wow, this is the great company, great job. And you get there and you think, oh my God, what was I thinking? I made a mistake. One of the biggest mistakes people make, and what the reason it is a mistake, is that they don't check out the culture, the unwritten rules of how people treat each other, how they talk to each other, how they communicate internally and externally, all those things. It's a hard thing to pin down. But I've got in this book some of the ways that you can do that before you even go to work there. And I want to share some of those with you today, okay? This is not an easy thing. I know this is not going to be easy to dig around for, but you can be doing more homework than you're doing now, I bet. So, 4 ways. Number 1, how does the front desk treat you? Now I know you're thinking, front desk? When do I even make it to a front desk, let alone talk to somebody? Well, that can be very telling. The fact that you can't get through to anybody tells you a lot about the culture. So pay attention to how people treat you in your initial communication, whether it's email, using the mail, the postal mail, or via telephone. Very telling. How does it feel? How did they communicate? Okay, that's 1. Number 2, dig around in the news. See what's been written about them in the newspaper. Go to the internet. It's all over the place. News that's been written about them, what new products they have, any lawsuits, any how's their stock doing, although that may not be so telling these days. But there's all kinds of data you can pick up and see who gets quoted, what they're saying, what others are saying about them in news articles, okay? 3, talk to other people outside of the news media. See what recruiters can tell you. They're a great source of information about the culture of a company and how they treat people, okay? Also, then, if you do get to an interview, and this is number 4, how do they actually treat you in the interview? And I want to look at some of the things I've written here so I make sure I don't forget them. How do they treat you? Are they on time? Do they respect your time? How do they treat each other? How do they communicate? Pick up on that. Pay attention. Notice your surroundings. Can you, as you're walking through the place and you're sitting there in a meeting, can you actually envision yourself in this place working with these people? Can you envision being in that culture? Actually try to picture that, okay? So those are the 4 things that you can do to get a sense of the culture. Now, here's some other things. Root around on the website, observe, and ask questions either in your on-the-phone interview or other people who you may be talking to, or in your interview. And here's some of the things that you can ask about and watch out for, either face-to-face, on the phone, or on their website. How transparent are people in the interview process? Are they open? Do they allow you to talk to other employees? You may remember several podcasts ago, Scott, who wanted to work for a company, Nerds on Site, investigated the company thoroughly, and he said they were extremely transparent. They actually had a time where you could sit with other people who were thinking of joining this company and asking questions of them. That was very open and transparent of them, okay? Does the company seek and value employee feedback? This is a question you can ask in an interview. Do they conduct performance reviews? This is something you might find on their on their website, but also you can ask the question. What's their overall guiding principle, philosophy, or code of conduct? Now, this may be hard to pin down, but again, look online, look at the site, and maybe ask the question even of the appropriate person. Do they offer alternate or flexible work arrangements? That's something that more companies do these days. Ask about it. Do they do cross-training? Ask about it. Does the staff of the department that you want to work in, do they meet regularly? What's their communication like? And what does the company do to stay competitive in the marketplace? Those are things that you can get from news articles. So these are all things, I've got a whole list of many more things that you can root around for. But those are the kinds of things you need to think about. Now, what may matter to you may not matter to somebody else. So here's your homework. You've got to sit down and write out a list. What does matter to me? What is important in terms of a culture? Is it you know, how do you want people to treat you? How do you want people to communicate? All those different things I talked about and more that are in my book. So that's your homework, because then when you go into the interview and when you go online and you're doing your research, then you can hold your list up against that and say, is it a good match or not? And that will keep you from making one of those mistakes where you land in the company and you go, oh my God, what was I thinking? Okay, that's your homework. I'll see you in a couple weeks, and don't forget that I also have my career change book. So if this company's not working and this career's not working, go to Life's a Bitch and then you change careers. See you next time.